about to receive. May the Lord make you truly thankful.
Please, sir, I want some more.
What?
Please, sir, I want some more.
More?
Catch him!
Snatch him!
Hold him!
Scold him!
Bounce him, drown him, pick him up and down him.
Wait! Before we put the lad to task, may I be so curious as to ask his name?
Oliver! Oliver! Oliver!
Never before has a boy wanted more.
Oliver! Oliver! Go and ask for more and he knows what it's
There's
for.
a dark thing, wide thing, stairway without any banister, which will throw him down and beat him on top of just serve in a canister.
Oliver! Oliver!
What will he do when he's turned black and blue? We will curse the day somebody named him Oliver. Oliver, Oliver. Never before has a boy wanted more. Oliver, Oliver.
Go and ask for more and he knows what it's for.
There's a sooty chimney long overdue for a sweeping up. So push him up and nobody next year with the rats will come creeping up. Oliver, Oliver. What will he do in this terrible zoo? He will through the day somebody named him Oliver.
You two, collect this boy's belongings and bring him back to me when you've done. To bed, all of you!
Mark my words, Mrs. Corney. That boy was born to be hung. I've never been so shocked in all my days.
Oh, hush, Mr. B. You've had quite a turn, and I fancy you might enjoy a little drop of something special.
Well, what is it?
Why, it's what I'm obliged to keep a little of in the house, to place into that blessed infant's medicine when they ain't well. And I'll not deceive you, Mr. B. It's gin.
Ah, well, you are a humane woman, Mrs. Corney. It's nice to be appreciated, Mrs. Corney. These paupers in this parish, they don't appreciate me. Anti-parochial they are, ma'am, anti-parochial. We have given away Mrs. Corney a matter of 20 loaves and cheese and a half this very afternoon, and still them paupers is not contented.
Of course they're not. When would they be? Sweet, Mr. Bumble?
Very sweet indeed, ma'am.
Bless you.
Do you still keep a cat, ma'am?
Yes, and kittens too. I'm so fond of them, you can't imagine, Mr. Bumble. They're so happy, so cheerful, so frolicsome that they really are quite companions for me.
Yes, very nice animals indeed, ma'am, and so very domestic.
And so fond of their home too, that it's really quite a pleasure, I'm sure.
I mean to say this, Mrs. Corney, ma'am, that any cat or kitten that could live with you, ma'am, and not be fond of its home must be an idiot, ma'am, and don't deserve to live in it.
Oh, Mr. Bumble.
It's no use disguising facts, ma'am. An idiot. I would drown it myself with pleasure.
Oh, well, then you're a cruel man, but a very hard-hearted man besides.
Hard-hearted, Mrs. Corney? Hard? Are you hard-hearted, Mrs. Corney?
Dear me, what a very curious question coming from a single man. What can you want to know for, Mr. B? Mr. Bumble, I shall scream. You're a naughty bad man. If you think I can't be proper, prim and naughty, I can. And you'll pardon if I mention you must state your true intention.
Is there not another room here?
No!
If there were a bride and groom here, would there be?
Well, am I.
We shall see.
I shall scream. I shall scream. And no care to mind you think I shall scream.
We'll wonder where the scream went when we come to an agreement. As my lovey-dove is chubby, could she love a chubby hubby?
I shall scream, Mr. Bumble. I shall scream, Bumble. I shall scream, scream, scream.
I've brought the boy and his belongings, madam.
Well, I best be off to see what I can get for this boy.
Make sure you get a good price for him, Mr. Bumble.
Oh, I will indeed, madam. I will indeed. One boy for sale. He's going cheap, only 7 guineas, that or thereabouts. Small boy, rather pale from lack of sleep. Feed him cruel dinners, stop him getting stout. If I should say he wasn't very green, no, I could not. I'd be telling you a tale. One boy liberal terms, Mr. Sarbury. Liberal terms, £6.
Well, as a matter of fact, I was needing a boy.
Good, then it's settled. One parochial apprentice. £6, please.
Well, if you don't mind, cash upon liking, Mr. Bumble. Cash upon liking. Mrs. Sowerberry!
What is that?
Oliver, pour that goblet of your eyes and hold up your head, sir.
Well, what is it? What do you want? Oh, Mr. Bumble.
My dear, I have told Mr. Bumble we may consider taking this boy to help in our shop.
Dear me. Very small.
Yes, he is rather small, there's no denying it. But he'll grow, Mrs. Sarbury. He'll grow.
Oh, I dare say he will. On overdose and on a drink. They're a waste of time, these workhouse boys. They always cost more to keep than what they're worth. Still, you men always think you know best.
But my dear, there's an expression of melancholy on his face, which is very interesting. I think he'd make a delightful coffin follower. Oh, I don't mean a regular coffin follower to go with the grown-ups, but only for the children's practice. It would be very novel to have a follower in proportion, my sweet.
Yes, it's a possibility. Very well, then, boy. What's your name?
Oliver. Oliver Twist, ma'am.
A singular name.
I, ma'am, and one of me own choosing.
Yours, Mr. Bumble?
Mine, Mrs. Sarbury. We name our fondlings in alphabetical order. The last was an S. Swabble, I named him. This is a T. Twist.
An orphan then, Mr. Bumble?
Aye, Mrs. Sarbury. The mother came to us destitute, brings the child into the world, takes one look at him, and promptly dies without so much as a forwarding name or address.
Very well then, Oliver Twist. Do you think you could look like the gentleman on the sign over there?
Perhaps. But I think I need a tall hat.
Never mind about tall hats.
The boy is quite right. These things must be done proper and correct. Get the boy a tall hat. Stand beside the picture, boy.
Delightful.
Very becoming.
Yes, for once, Henry, you might have had a decent idea. Can you keep that expression for a long time, boy? With the crowd watching you?
Yes, ma'am, I think so.
He's a born undertaker's mute. I can see him in his black silk suit, following behind the funeral procession with his features fixed in a suitable expression. There'll be horses with tall black fumes to escort to the family tombs, with mourners in all corners who've been taught to weep in tune. Then the coffin lined with satin, that's your funeral.
Your funeral.
Large enough to wear your hat in, that's your funeral.
Your funeral.
When it's here to glamorize you for the end of sleep, you might just as well have fetching when you're 6 feet deep.
Afterwards, God's body to the body beautiful.
That's your funeral.
Not our funeral.
That's your funeral. If you're fond of overeating, that's your funeral.
That's your funeral.
Starve yourself by undereating, that's your funeral.
That's your funeral. Visions like the earth ascending on the nightclub. You may come back you eaten yet?
No, not since.
Charlotte! Charlotte! What? Bring in some of them culprits and put them for the dog. Hasn't been out all day, so it can go without him. I dare say the boy ain't too dainty to eat him, are you, boy? Charlotte, this is a new boy. Give him to him. Charlotte, don't just stand there. Go do the dishes. Henry, get to bed.
A superb effect, the more I think about it. A follower in proportion.
Have you done?
Yes, ma'am.
Good. The dogs will have it next. Now then, Oliver Twist, your bed's under the counter. You don't mind sleeping on coffins, I suppose. Well, doesn't much matter whether you do or you don't. You can't sleep nowhere else.
Are you the new boy?
Oh, yes, sir.
How old are you?
13, sir.
Then I'll whoop you one when I get in, just see if I don't, you little workhouse brat.
Did you not, sir?
I kicked.
Would you like a coffin, sir?
No, but you'll be wanting one before very long if you start cheeking your superiors. You don't know who I am, I suppose.
No, sir, I can't say I do.
Well, I'm Mr. Claypole, and you're under me. So get back to work, you idle scallywag.
Oh, Noah, I saved a piece of bacon for you for Master's breakfast. Come sit. Oliver, come here. Take them bits, go into the corner, eat them, and make haste, because I want you to mind the shop. Do you hear?
Do you hear, workhouse?
Here's your bacon, Noah.
Nice and greasy, just how I like it. What are you staring at, workhouse?
Lord Noah, let the boy alone.
Let the boy alone? I'm giving the boy a change, you silly thing. Everyone's left him alone. His mother left him alone, his father left him alone, everyone's left him alone, except dear old kind old Noah.
I better go downstairs. Mother needs me.
Workhouse, how's your mother?
Leave my mother out of this. She's dead.
What'd she die of, Workhouse? Shortage of breath?
She's just dead, alright? She died of a broken heart.
Well, la-di-da, Workhouse. And what set you sniveling now?
You better not say anything more, see?
Better not say anything more, see? The cheek of it. The Workhouse cheek of it. You know, Workhouse, you can't help it now, and you couldn't help it then, and I'm sorry for it. And I'm sure we all are, and pity you very much. But you must know, Workhouse, your mother was a regular right-down bad un.
What did you say?
And it's a good thing she died when she did. She would have been transported to Australia hung from a gibbet like as not.
Charlotte! Charlotte! Help! This woman is making a murder of me! Charlotte!
I wanted to drink, you stupid girl! Oh, Charlotte, what have you got?
I found the beetle.
Oh, Mr. Bumble! Oh, Mr. Bumble!
Where is the audacious young savage?
He's in there.
Dead?
Help!
Oliver? Do you know this here voice, Oliver?
Yes, I do.
And ain't you afraid of it, Oliver? Ain't you trembling while I speak, Oliver?
No, I'm not. The boy must be mad. No one half the senses can venture to speak to you like that.
It's not madness, ma'am. It's meat.
What?
Meat, ma'am, meat. You've overfed him, ma'am. You've raised an artificial spirit in the boy, unbecoming of station in life.
Dear me, this is what becomes being overgenerous.
Aye to that, ma'am, aye to that. If you'd only kept the boy uncruel, this would never have happened.
Oh, Henry, that boy! Oliver, you have no idea what he's been up to. We have to lock him up. Let me out!
Who's in there? That coffin should have been occupied until tomorrow. It's reserved for very important clients.
You've been drinking.
What's your explanation?
He called my mother names.
Well, what if he did, you little wretch? She probably deserved what was said. And worse.
She didn't.
She did. It's a lie!
He's gone.
Who's gone?
6 pounds of wine. Run off. After him.
Food, glorious food. Hot sausage and mustard. While we're in the mood. Cold jelly and custard.
What are you looking at? Haven't you ever seen a dog?
No, never. I didn't mean to offend you,
That's
sir.
all right. Don't worry about it. Are you hungry?
Starving.
Here, have this. Tired?
Yes. I've been walking 7 days.
Ah, 7 days. Running away from the beak, you must be.
The what?
Now don't tell me you don't know what a beak is, Miss Flash, mate.
Well, a beak's a bird's mouth.
My eyes, how green. A beak is a mad scrape for your information. Who you running away from then? Your old man?
No, I haven't got a father. I'm an orphan. I I've come to London to make my fortune.
Oh, well, you have you? Got any lodgings?
No,
Money?
not a farthing.
Huh, well, I suppose you want a place to sleep tonight. Are you accommodated?
No, I don't.
Then accommodated you shall be, me old China. I know a place and a respectable man as lives there, what will give you lodgings for nothing, and never ask for the change, that is, if any other man introduces you. And does he know me? I should say he does.
So, who is this old man? Is he a charity gentleman?
Well, I wouldn't say that, not exactly, but I happen to be a particular favourite of Mr. Fagin. That's his name, by the way, Mr. Fagin. And if I'm introducing you to Mr. Fagin, I better know who you are, me flashback.
I'm Oliver Twist.
And my name is Jack Dawkins, better known to be more intimate friends as the Artful Dodger.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you, Mr. Dawkins.
You know, come to think of it, I ain't got no intimate friends. Still, what's the difference? You're coming with me.
Are you sure Mr. Fagin won't mind?
Mind? Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself one of the family. We've taken to you so strong. It's clear we're going to get along. Consider yourself well in. Consider yourself part of the furniture. There isn't a lot to spare. Who cares? Whatever we got, we share. Give it a chance to be. We should see some harder days. Empty larder days. Why grouse? Always a chance you'll meet somebody to foot the bill. Then the drinks are on the house. Consider yourself our mate. We don't want to have no fuss. For after some consideration, we can stay. Consider yourself one of us. Consider yourself at home. Consider yourself
One of the family.
we've taken to you
have the honor of making your acquaintance, my dear. We're very glad to have you here, Oliver. Very.
Mr. Twist has come to London to seek his fortune.
So you've come to London to seek your fortune. Well, we'll have to see what we can do to help you with that. Say, are you hungry?
Oh, yes, sir. Starving.
Would you like a sausage? Charlie, take off the sausages. Dodger, pull up a chair for Oliver.
You Fagin, these sausages are moldy.
You shut up. You're staring at the pocket handkerchiefs, I see. Well, there's quite a few of them, isn't there? They're just hung up for the wash. The wash, that's all, Oliver.
So, is this a laundry then, sir?
Well, not exactly, my dear. Although a laundry would be a very nice thing indeed. Our line of business pays a little better. Don't it, boys?
Yes.
You see, Oliver, in this life, one thing counts in the bank, large amounts. I'm afraid these don't grow on trees. You have to pick a pocket or two. You got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You got to pick a pocket or two.
Large amounts don't grow on trees. You got to pick a pocket or two.
Let's show Oliver how to do it, my dears. Why should we break our back stupidly paying tax? Better get some untaxed income. Better pick a pocket or two. You got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You got to pick a pocket or two.
Why should we all break our backs? You got to pick a pocket or two.
And who says crime doesn't pay? Robin Hood, what a crook, gave away what he took. Charities fine, subscribe to mine. Get a pick a pocket or two. You got to pick a pocket or two. Boy, you got to pick a pocket or two.
Robin Hood was far too good. He had to pick a pocket or two.
My merry men, but they got him from Bill Sikes. He can whip what he likes. I recall he started small. He had to pick a pocket or two. You got to pick a pocket or two, boy. You got to pick a pocket or two.
We can be like old Bill Sikes if we pick a pocket or two.
A dear old jet passing by, something nice takes his eye. Everything's clear, attack the rear. Get a pick a pocket or two. You gotta pick a pocket or two, boy. You gotta pick a pocket or two.
Pass up here, attack the rear. Get in and pick a pocket or two.
When I see someone rich, both my thumbs start to itch. Only to find some peace of mind, I have to pick a pocket or two. You got to pick a pocket or two, You got to pick a pocket or two.
Just to find some peace of mind.
We have to pick a pocket or two.
Hey!
Put them all back in the box. I said all of them. Nipper. What a crook. I hope you've all been hard at work today, my dears.
As nails.
And what have you got for me, Dodger?
Just a couple of wallets.
Well lined, I hope.
Only the best,
Not as heavy as they might be.
but very nicely made.
Ingenious workmanship.
Did he make those, sir?
Yeah, with some lily white hands.
Shut up and drink your gin! And what have you got for me, Charlie?
No tracks.
Well, they're very nice ones. Orange and blue. Although, you haven't embroidered the initials too well, have you, my dear? So they'll have to be picked out with a needle, won't they, boys? You'll have to learn how to do that too, Oliver. You'd like that, wouldn't you, my dear?
Oh, yes, sir, if you'll teach me.
Certainly, my dear, no fee. Just do everything that you see these boys do, but especially Dodger. Make him your model. He's going to be a right little Bill Sikes.
Who's Bill Sikes, Mr. Fagin?
All in good time, my dear, all in good time. Now tell me, you see this silk handkerchief, what is protruding from my back pocket?
Yes, sir.
See if you can take it from me without me noticing. Rum-ba-ba, rum-dum-da, rum-ba-ba, rum-dum-ba, ra-da-dum-bum-bum-bum-bum-bum. We have to pick a pocket or two. You gotta pick a pocket or two. You got to pick a pocket or two. Is it gone?
Yes, sir, it's in my hand.
I don't believe it. You're a clever lad, my dear. The sharpest boy I've ever seen. Here's a shilling for you. I have to go to the bank.
Oh.
No bedtime, all of you. Or I'll start singing again.
Where shall I sleep, sir?
Of course. Here, my dear. By the warm. I'll get you a nightcap.
Oh, yes, please.
We're out of cocoa. Have a drop of gin.
Oh!
All right, settle down, you lot. Dodger, take off your hat in bed. Where's your manners? Yes, Oliver. You're quite the little gentleman now. You've got a home, a profession, a shilling on credit. You go on this way, you'll be the greatest man of all time. You got to pick a pocket or two, boys. You got to pick a pocket or two. Sikes. What? At this hour? I mean, a bit late, isn't it? Where's the decency? People are trying to get some sleep around here. I'll have to give them a piece of my mind, I will. Bill, how are you? How'd you get on? A silver candlestick. Very nice. A shame we haven't got a pair. We've got a pair. That's wonderful, Bill. And a spoon, Bill. Solid silver. A shame we haven't got a knife and fork. Why, that's beautiful, Bill. That's not so beautiful. A ring? Why, Bill, this is all so sudden. I'll have to see what I can get for it. Pearls, Bill. And you've washed them, too.
Come on, Fagin. Hand over.
What, me? You keep cash around here with all these young thieves running about? You know me. I wouldn't dare.
Fagin,
I have to price the stuff out first, proper and correct. Tomorrow, Bill. The usual place. That's a promise. A promise, Bill.
It better be.
You, my dear, make it all worthwhile. Pearl, I've got a special place for you here with all my other special lady friends. You'll like it here, Pearl. Pearl, I must introduce you to some of the ladies. Pearl, this is Ruby. Ruby, Pearl. And Pearl, you've got to meet Crystal. Crystal, this is Pearl. Pearl, Crystal. And Pearl, you've got to meet my extra special lady friend, Tiara. One day Tiara and I will go out. I'll get to wear my special choker. Use my beautiful opera glasses and look at all the rich people, all the poor people. Are you awake? I want to hear every detail you saw. Quick, speak.
No, I said nothing, sir.
You wait, quarter of an hour ago,
No.
10 minutes
No,
ago.
I don't think so.
Be sure, be sure.
I'm sure.
All right. Well, if you're sure, I'm sure. You're a brave boy, Oliver. Very brave indeed. Of course, I knew all along. I was only trying to frighten you. Now tell me, did you see any of those pretty things, my dear?
Oh, yes, sir.
Well, they're mine, Oliver. Mine. It's all I've got to live in my old age. A terrible thing, Oliver. Old age.
May I get up now, sir?
Yeah, certainly. There's a basin of water over there. Have a wash.
I had a wash yesterday, sir.
Well, today's your birthday. Wash!
Yes, sir.
Flemmy and Sam!
Nancy!
Come on, Ben.
Wake up, boys! The ladies are here!
Ladies! Come! I'll get up! What's that, if you don't mind? Who is the gin here, Fagin?
All in moderation, my dear, all in moderation. Too much gin can be a dangerous thing for a pure young girl such as yourself.
What's wrong with a little bit of danger there, eh, Mr. Fagin? Besides, it's the only bit of excitement we get. And who would deny us that small pleasure? Small pleasures, who would deny us these? Help me! Gin toddies, large measures, no skipping if you please. I rough it, I love it, life is a game of chance. I'll never tire of it, leaving this as the likes of such as me. Mine's a fine, fine line.
Who's this here, Fagin?
Ladies, I forgot. You must meet our newest lodger, Master Oliver Twist, Esquire.
Charmed. Pleased to meet you, I'm sure.
Oh yes, we're all ladies and gentlemen here. We're all quality.
Oh, yes.
Don't you take no notice of them, Oliver. Just 'cause you've got manners and they ain't. You ain't no quality gentleman if you saw it. None of you. Dodger,
Yeah?
have you seen the way them quality gentlemen treat their ladies?
Well, of course I
Shall we show them how it's done?
Definitely.
Go on, Nancy. Give us a free show.
So how's it go then, Dodger? It's all bowing and hats off, and don't let your petticoats stand in the mud, my darling. And I'll go last.
I'll go last. I'd do anything for you, dear. Anything for you means everything to me. I know that I'd go anywhere for your smile. Anywhere for your smile. Everywhere I'd see.
And would you climb a hill?
Anything.
Wear a daffodil?
Anything.
Leave me all you will.
Anything.
Even fight my bill.
What? Fisticuffs, I'd risk everything for one kiss. Everything, yes I do. Anything, anything, anything for you.
All right, Oliver. Now you do everything you saw Dodge do, and I'll help you out with the words. It's I'd do anything.
I'd do anything for you, dear. Anything for you means everything to me. I know that I'd go anywhere for your smile. Anywhere for your smile. Everywhere I see.
Would you lace my shoe?
Anything,
Paint your face brand new?
anything,
Catch a kangaroo?
anything.
Gonna tip back to.
And back again, yes, I risk everything for one kiss. Everything, yes, I do. Anything, anything for you.
Would you rob a shop?
Anything,
Would you risk the drop?
anything,
Until your eyes go pop.
anything.
Until you come down flop.
And everything we risk, life we live to keep you in a swim. Yes, we do. Anything, anything for you.
All right then, lads. First thing you can do for me is get to work. There's rich pickings on them streets, and I can't have you laying about here all day.
Oh, Fagin, we were supposed to see the ingot.
You'll be hanged yourself in time, don't worry. Nancy, hadn't you better get back before Bill wakes up?
Yeah, you're right. Now listen here, Oliver. You be careful. Ta-ta, you lot!
Ta-ta, Nancy. Bye, Beth.
Don't get hung!
All right, Oliver, you can go out with Dodger. You've got to start sometime, and believe me, you could not make a finer start. Just do everything you see him do, and don't worry, I'll be waiting for you here when you get back. Dodger!
Line up, single file, then arms left, hit, right, hit, oi,
You can go, but be back soon. You can go, but while you're working in this place, I'm pacing around until you're home. safe and sound, really well and be back soon. Who can tell where danger's lurking? Do not forget this tune. Be back soon.
How could we forget? How could we let our dear old Fagin worry? We love him so we'll come back home in oh such a great big hurry. It's him that pays the piper. It's us that pipes his tune. So long for the bumpin' picture, yeah, we'll be back soon.
You can go, but be back soon. You can go, but bring back plenty of pork and anchor cheese. And you should be clipping these, whip it quick and be back soon. Either the 6 cents here for 20. Ain't that a lovely tune? Be back soon.
Our pockets are full of watch of gold that chimes upon the hour. I'll call it that old man's hat that conjures from the tower. We run in those street runners, but they don't know this tune. So long, pretty well fit picture, yeah, we'll be back soon.
Cheerio, but be back soon. I don't know, somehow I'll miss you. I love you, that's why I say cheerio. Now goodbye, don't be gone, won't be back soon. Give me one long last look, bless you. Remember our old tune. Be back soon.
We must disappear, we'll be back here today, perhaps tomorrow. We'll miss you too, it's sad but true, that party's such great sorrow. And when we're in the distance, you'll hear this whisper tune. So long for the well fit picture, yeah, we'll be back soon.
Cheerio, but be back soon. I don't know, somehow I'll miss you. I love you, that's why I say cheerio. So goodbye, don't be gone.
Strong men tremble when they hear it. They've got cause enough to fear it. It's much blacker than they smear it. Nobody mentions my name. Rich men hold their 5-pound notes out. Saves me emptying the coats out. They know I could tear their throats out just to live up to my name. With me, Jimmy in the end, let me see the man who dares stop me taking what I may. He can start to say his prayers. Biceps like an iron girder, fit for doing other murder. If I just so much as heard a bloke even whisper my name, some toff slumming with his valet bumped into me in the alley. Now his eyes will never tally. He'd never heard of my name. One bloke used to boast a claim he could take my name in vain. Poor bloke, shame he was so green, never was he seen again. Once bad, what's the good of turning? In hell, I'll be there a-burning. Meanwhile, think of what I'm earning, all on account of my name. What is it? What is it? What is it?
Bill Sikes. Fagin!
Dodger, where's Oliver? Where's the boy? What has become of Oliver?
He got took away in a coach.
Who, coach? What, coach? Where, coach?
He got nabbed on the job. They took him to court and they took him off in a coach.
Where to? Quick, speak!
19 Chepstow Gardens, Bloomsbury. I run all the way.
We were supposed to look after him. We were never supposed to let him out of our sight!
Who?
One of us, Bill. A new boy. Went out on his first job today with Dodger, and I'm afraid he might say something which would get us into trouble.
That's likely. You're blown upon, Fagin.
Well, you see, my dear, if the game was up with us, it might be up with a good many more. It might come out rather worse for you than it would me, my dear.
Why, you old? Somebody must find out what's been done or said. If he hasn't helped yet, there's still a chance we can get him back without suspicion. We'll nab him the very moment he dares step out of that house. Now who's gonna go?
I suppose it'll have to be me.
You shut your trap, Dodger. You've caused enough trouble. It's got to be done quiet, without suspicion. The very thing. Why, Nancy, you're so good with the boy.
It's no good trying it out on me.
And just what you mean by that remark?
What I say, Bill, I'm not going. Why can't you leave the boy alone? He won't do you no harm. Why can't you leave him where he is? Where he'll get the chance of a decent life.
You'll get back here, my girl, unless you want to feel my hands on your throat.
Nancy, if he talked, think what would happen. Think what would happen to us. Think what would happen to Bill. It'd be the gallows for him, Nancy, the gallows. You wouldn't let that happen to Bill, would you? Not your Bill.
She'll go, Fagin.
No, she won't, Fagin.
Yes, She will. Fagin.
Leave. It's okay. You can go home. I'm okay. As long as he needs me. Oh, yes, he does need me. In spite of what you see, I'm sure that he needs me. Who else would love them still when they've been used so ill? He knows I always will, as long as he needs me. I miss him so much when he is gone, but when he's near me, I don't let on. The way I feel inside, the love I have to hide, the hell I've got my pride, as long as he needs me. Doesn't say the things he should, he acts the way he thinks he should, but all the same I'll play this game his way. As long as he needs me, I know where I must be. I'll cling on steadfastly, as long as he needs me, as long as life is long. I'll love him right or wrong, and somehow I'll be strong, as long as he needs me. If you are lonely, then you will know when someone needs you, you love them so. I won't betray his trust, though people say I must. My heart will stay true, just as long as Bill needs me.
That, sir, is for me to decide.
Thank you, Mrs. Bennet.
Mr. Brownlow.
How are you feeling today, my boy?
Oh, very well, sir. May I stay here always, sir?
If you wish, dear boy. If you wish. Now here's the doctor come to see you.
Well, he's certainly looking better, but you're still not sleeping well, are you?
No, I slept very well, sir.
Ah, but bad dreams, I've no doubt. Nightmares, eh?
I don't really have dreams.
No. But you're hungry, aren't you?
No.
No, you're not hungry. You're not thirsty, are you? That boy is thirsty. I'll eat my head.
Well, yes, I am rather thirsty.
Just as I expected. It's very natural he should be thirsty. You may give him a little tea.
Thank you, Doctor.
May I get up now, sir?
Say ah. I think you may, and take a little fresh air. Make sure he doesn't keep too warm, but take care he doesn't get too cold. Will you have the goodness?
Certainly, Doctor.
You'll be glad to be up again, Oliver.
Let's hurry along now, Oliver.
He's a fine-looking boy, don't you think, Grimwig?
Couldn't tell you. Only know two sorts of boys. Mealy boys and beef-faced boys.
And which is Oliver?
Mealy? Where does he come from?
You know, I haven't the faintest idea. He was arrested for stealing my pocket handkerchief. But when the shopkeeper told us what really happened, and he was released by the magistrate, I brought him straight here to make what amends I could. But I must confess, I find myself strangely attached to the child.
He's deceiving you, my good friend. He has had a fever. What of that? Fevers are not peculiar to good people, are they? Fevers sometimes happen to bad people, don't they? He stole your pocket handkerchief, didn't he? Then he'll steal more, sir. What do you know of him? Nothing.
Only that he's an orphan. And yet, it's strange. There's something in that boy's face. I can't explain it, but I seem to have seen him somewhere before. Somewhere a long time ago.
Bah! Stuff and nonsense. You're imagining things.
Yes, what is it?
There's someone to see you, sir.
What does he want?
Books ordered from the bookseller, sir.
Ah, yes, the books I ordered from the bookseller. Now, I've got to give you something. Ah, thank you. Hey, wait a moment. Come back. Oh, really? And I particularly wished for some books to be returned today.
Why not send Oliver with them?
Oh, yes, sir. Please let me take the books.
Oh, very well. If you wish, you shall. Now, I'll tell you what I want you to do. You'll give Mr. Jessup these books. It's just down the road. And say you've come to pay the £4.10 that I owe you. Here's £5. There's no need to rush, but I shall expect you back in 10 minutes.
She's a very pretty lady, sir.
Yes, it's a portrait of my daughter Agnes.
I'll take the books then.
Yes, you take the books.
Ha! You really don't expect him to come back, do you? With the new suit of clothes on his back and a £5 note in his pocket? My dear Mr. Brownlow, if he does, I'll eat my head.
Dr. Grimwig, look at this portrait. Don't you see an extraordinary resemblance between Oliver and my daughter Agnes?
Can't say I do.
Well, in 10 minutes, Dr. Grimwig, when the boy returns, I think you will see.
Yes, Mr. Brownlow, 10 minutes.
and joined a set of thieves and bad characters. Almost broke his mother's heart.
That's not true. I'm an orphan. I haven't got a mother or a father.
Oh heavens, just listen to him.
Bet, tell him to let me go.
See, he knows his sister. He can't hide that. Make him come home, or he'll kill us.
What the devil's all this? Young Oliver, come on home to your mother, you young dog. Come on home.
He's only playing now.
What? Books too? You've been stealing again, have you? He's nothing but a thief and a vagabond.
Let me go!
Come on, you little bleeder, you're coming with us.
All right, Bill. Leave him alone.
So you've come home again, have you, Oliver, my dear? Why didn't you write and tell us you were coming? We would have had something warm for supper.
Look at his togs, Fagin. He's got books too, worth Alexander 80.
Well, delighted to see you looking so well, my dear. The artful Dodger shall get you another suit, in fear that you shall spoil this Sunday one.
Oh, look at this.
Oh, what's that? That's mine, Fagin.
No, my dear. Mine, Bill. Mine. Here, you can have the books.
If that ain't mine and Nancy's, that is, I'll take the boy back again. Give it here.
Well, this is hardly fair, Bill. Hardly fair. Is it, Nancy?
Fair or not fair, hand it over, you average little skeleton. Give it here. That's for our share of the trouble, and not half enough neither. Here, you can have the books. It's not a library.
You can't have the books or the money. They belong to Mr. Brownlow. And when he finds out that you've got them, he'll be down here after you.
Oh, so he'll be down here, will he?
Leave him alone, Bill.
What did you tell him about us?
Nothing.
Well, that remains to be seen. But if we found out you said anything out of place, Fagin, I'll wager the young scoundrels told him everything.
No! Leave him alone, Bill!
All right. We've got the boy back. What's the matter with you?
The girl's gone mad, I think, Fagin.
No, she hasn't, Fagin. Don't think it.
Then keep quiet, will ya? All this violence.
I won't stand by and see it done, Bill.
You. Do you know who you are? And what you are?
Oh yeah, I know all about it. You don't have to tell me.
A fine one for the boy to make a friend of, you are.
Lord help me, I am. And I wish I'd been struck down dead before I let a hand bring him back here. Because after tonight, he's a liar and a thief and all that's bad. Ain't that enough for you without beating him to death?
Come on, Nancy. Civil words. We must have civil words. Civil words, Bill.
Civil words, yes. You deserve those from me. I was on the streets for you when I was a child half his age. I've been in the same trade and the same service for 15 years, and don't you forget it.
Well, what did you have? It's your living, ain't it?
Some living.
What you deserve, you get.
No getting, all giving.
Must we have murders yet?
There'll be murders, there'll be terror, such as never seen.
No violence.
Watch it,
Please,
dancing,
no
making
violence. Please, no
there ain't no
sin.
in between.
No
Lord help
violence.
me. If you don't mind making a maid of Satan, it's fine life.
Fine life.
My life,
If you don't mind keeping the angels waiting, it's a fine life.
Better do as you are told. Watch out.
Bill has got the art of gold.
Get out.
And you better not mess with it. You better make the best of it. It's a fun. Take care of him, Bill. Take care of him, Dodger. I'll take care of myself.
Joking apart, hasn't he? And though I'd be the first one to say that I wasn't a saint, I'm finding it hard to be really as black as they paint. I'm reviewing the situation. Can a fella be a villain all his life? All the trials and tribulations. Better settle down and get myself a wife. And a wife would cook and sew for me and come for me and go for me and go for me and nag at me. The finger she will wag at me. The money she will take from me. A misery she'll make for me. I think I better think it out again. A wife who can keep anyway. I'd rather sleep anyway. Left without anyone in the world, and I'm starting from now. So how to win friends and to influence people, so how? I'm reviewing the situation. I must quickly look up everyone I know. Titled people with the station who will help me make a real impressive show. I will own a suite at Claridge's and run a fleet of carriages and wave at all the duchesses with friendliness as much as is befitting of my new estate. Goodbye to you, magistrate. Oh, God. I think I better think it out again. So, where shall I go? Somebody? Who do I know? Nobody. All my dearest companions have always been villains and thieves. So at my time of life, I should start turning over new leaves. I'm reviewing the situation. If you want to eat, you've got to earn a bob. Is it such a humiliation for a robber to perform an honest job?
So a job I'm getting, possibly. I wonder who my boss will be. I wonder if he'll take to me, what bonuses he'll make to me. I'll start at 8 and finish late at normal rate. And oh, but wait, I think I better think it out again. What happens when I'm 70? Must come a time, 70, when you're old and it's cold and who cares if you live or you die. Your one consolation's the money you may have to buy. I'm reviewing the situation. I've abandoned, and abandoned I shall stay. You'll be seeing no transformation, but it's wrong to be a rogue in every way. I don't want nobody hurt for me or made to do the dirt for me. This rotten life is not for me. It's getting far too hot for me. Don't want no one to rob for me, but who will find a job for me? There is no in-between for me. But who will change the scene for me? I think I better think it out again. Cut!
Married, and 2 weeks ago, tomorrow it was done. It seems an age. I sold myself for 6 teaspoons, a pair of sugar tongs, and a milk pot, with a small quantity of second-hand furniture and 20 pounds cash. I went very reasonable. Cheap. Dirt cheap.
Cheap? You would have been dear at any price, and dear enough I paid for you. Lord above knows that. Are you going to sit there snoring all day?
I am going to sit here as long as I think proper, madam. And although I was not snoring, I shall snore. Gape, sneeze, laugh or cry, as the humour strikes me. Such being my prerogative.
Your prerogative?
I said the word, ma'am. The prerogative of a man is to command.
And what's the prerogative of a woman, in the name of goodness?
To obey, madam, to obey. Your late unfortunate husband should have taught you that, and then perhaps he might have been alive today. Oh, and I wish he was, poor bastard.
Oh, you hard-hearted brute!
Here we go again. Cry away, madam, cry away. It opens the lungs, exercises the eyes, washes the face, and softens the temper. So cry away.
How dare you speak to me like that? Now talk about your prerogative, if you dare.
Well,
Shut up and take yourself away from him, unless you want me to do something desperate. Well, are you going?
Certainly, my dear, certainly. I had no intention of staying. It's just that you were so very violent.
What's the matter?
It's old Sally, ma'am. She says she's got something to tell you that must be heard. But she's not got long, and she'll never die quiet, so you listen, ma'am.
You better come in.
Turn her away. But Sal, it's your old friend.
Go on, get out of it.
Now listen to me. In this very workhouse, I once nursed a pretty young creature that I brought in from the cold, with her feet bruised and cut with walking. She gave birth to a boy and died. Let me think. What was the year again?
Never mind the year. What about her?
I robbed her. I robbed her, so I did. The only thing she had of any worth, it was around her neck, and it was gold.
Gold. Go on, go on. Yes, what of it?
This is it, the locket. She trusted me and charged me to keep it safe. It's my belief she came from a rich family.
The boy's name?
They called him
Yes?
Oliver. The gold I stole was...
Yes, yes, what? We must retrieve that boy, Mr. Bumble.
We must indeed, ma'am. We must indeed.
Oliver, Oliver, that was the man with the large appetite.
Oliver, apparently he's from a rich family.
And to think we nearly stupidly went and lost track of him.
If the truth were known, we both were delighted at seeing the back of him. Oliver,
We must give him his due.
And we'll praise the day somebody gave us right to play.
Moving to save us.
Cash rewards plus a promotion.
Who thought?
Hadn't a notion, praise the Lord, somebody brought us Oliver.
I understand you bring information regarding the boy, Oliver Twist.
Ah, yes, we decided to come and answer to your advertisement.
I decided.
Yes, that's right. My dear wife decided. Bumble is my name, sir. Beetle of the workhouse where this boy was cared for, from where he was apprenticed to an undertaker that he ran away from.
Yes, yes. It's very good of you to come. Now, what have you got to tell me?
This locket was given by the lad's dying mother to my dear wife just before she passed away. The lad's dying mother, that is, not my dear wife.
You say that after he left the workhouse, he went to an undertaker's?
Yes, Mr. Sowerberry, the undertaker, took Oliver from us for £6.
You mean to tell me that you sold him? Like an animal?
Well, yes, sir. It was Mrs. Bumble who actually authorized the sale.
Really? Then I will see that neither of you are employed in a position of trust again, and your behavior, madam, was shameful. Leave my house.
Oh, how dare you speak so to me, sir? We came here to help you.
You came here in the hope of profiting from your own greed and dishonesty.
As to that, sir, if you consider the trinket don't properly belong to my dear wife...
Shut up, you old fool!
Here. Bread from the finest baker in town. It was baked by my dear friend Thomas Horan. Take it and consider yourselves fortunate you don't find yourselves in the hands of the law. Mrs. Bedwin, show these ghastly people out.
Yes, sir. We know the way out. Thank you very much.
I hope, sir, that this unfortunate little circumstance will not deprive me of my parochial office.
Indeed it will. And may you think yourself well off besides.
Well, it was old Mrs. Bumble. She would do it.
That is no excuse, as you were present on the occasion when the boy was sold, and are the more guilty of the two in the eye of the law, for the law supposes that your wife acts under your direction.
Ha! Oh, and I wish it was so. the law supposes that, then the law is an ass. If that's the eye of the law, then the law is a bachelor. And the worst I wish the law is, that his eye may be opened by experience. By experience!
Mrs. Bedwin, take a look at this miniature. Can you see who it is?
Why, it's Miss Agnes, sir.
Yes, my daughter Agnes. She must have made her way to the workhouse and had the child there.
Oh, sir, if only we'd have known.
Mrs. Bedwin, who is this?
It's about the boy, sir.
Have you news of Oliver?
He's in danger. In bad company. He was dragged off the day you sent him out with them books.
Who took him?
Me and someone else.
Where can I find him? Who is this other person you speak of? Take me to him, please.
No, I shouldn't have said that.
Now come, sit down. You want to help the boy, don't you? Why else are you here?
I do want to help, but...
Then at least tell me where I can find him.
No, I can't. But I can bring him to you. Not here, it's too far.
Where then?
The bridge. London Bridge. Tonight. At midnight. But you have to come alone. Please promise me you'll come on your own. You don't believe me, do you? Well, if you want Oliver back, then you're gonna have to believe me.
Very well. I'll be there.
Thank God.
Wait, has the boy been hurt or ill-treated?
No, please. I can't say no more. He'll kill me as soon as he finds out where I've been.
I understand, my dear. But a man might kill you?
Yes, but he's mine. And I'm his. And I've got to go back. And I want to go back.
Do you think we can trust her, Mr. Brownlow? I'm afraid we have no choice, Mrs. Bedwin.
As long as he needs me, I know where I must be. But will he never see that someone else needs me? As long as life is long, I'll love him right or wrong. But something just as strong says someone else needs me. A child with no one to take his part. I'll take his part, Bill, across my heart. I won't betray your trust. Though people say I must, my heart will stay true to us. As long as Bill needs me.
Good night.
Nancy, no! Bill, don't take him back there, Bill! For the girl's for pity's sake, let him go! Why'd you look at me like that, Bill?
Give me away, would ya?
No! Not you, Bill! Never you!
Get away from me, woman!
No! I won't let go, Bill! Look at me! Look at me! I've been true to you upon my soul, I have!
Get away from me!
God help me!
Damn you, Nancy! Close your eyes! Close your damn eyes!
I tell you that. Stop! Help! Help! Help!
What happened there?
There's been a murder!
I didn't know this woman.
I came in to meet this poor woman, and as I was arriving, I saw someone running in the other direction.
Nancy! Nancy, stop running!
What did he look like?
He was broad-shouldered and tall.
Anything else?
Wore a long coat, and he carried a heavy cudgel.
Nancy! Bill Sikes has murdered Nancy!
Where will he be?
He'll be in Fagin. Follow me, I know the way!
Fagin! Fagin! What have you done? The game's up, Fagin.
No, Will. Not Nancy.
It can't be! What do I do, Fagin? What do I do?
Go! It's not safe for you here. You need to get out of here. This is where they'll look for you. Go!
Boys!
Fagin?
Out, boys! Out!
Fagin! What do I do?
Live up to your name. Dodge about.
I'm gonna be hot!
Where's Fagin?
I don't know! What are you doing? Who do you think you're laying your hands on? The soul factory, that's what this is! Waking a respectable man up in the early hours of the morning! Shame on you!
possible. Maybe it's strange, but it's possible. All my dearest companions and treasures, I've left them behind. I'll turn a leaf over, and who can tell what I may find? Not as heavy as it might be.
But very nicely made.
Ingenious workmanship.